Yo, what is good, folks? Today is Tuesday, September 16th. So, how y'all doing? Whew, it's cold. It's starting to get cold in the mornings. Yesterday when or the night before, I gotta check my room out and clean it, so yes, my cats have access to my room, but one thing I do not tolerate is if they either fuck with my stuff or B, if they throw up, or C, if they use the bathroom in my room. But I've been trying to keep more of an eye on the smell of the room, just in case, but I haven't been smelling anything lately. But I have my fans on all the time, and I had the windows open the night before last, so I can't smell anything in there. If anything did stink, if I wanted to, but I did notice a smell, but I didn't know where it was coming from. But it so I was just like, okay, so I propped the windows open. It was a nice sunny day, Sunday, so I thought, oh, okay, it wouldn't be too bad. It was fucking freezing yesterday morning, and I was just like, oh my gosh, bro, why is it so cold? So yeah, it was like 40 degrees when I woke up. I was like, oh, bro. So cannot open the window. At least, I can, but then obviously close it before you go to bed, because it's freezing, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's a little under a week left of the summer. I think the summer ends on the 21st officially this year, and the fair ends on the 21st. So I'm glad I got to go on Sunday when I did. I'm glad I finally got to go this year. It's too bad it wasn't with family as much. Jack, of course, but Nate was fun. Nate was fun to go with, but I haven't really hung out with Nate much before, but Nate doesn't have anybody really to hang out with. He does, but he's a bit of a not insecure. What's the word? He is a introvert. He's a heavily introverted dude, and he's like 21 years old. But he'll talk to people. He'll play with kids. So he's kind of in the middle. If he's really like roped into one, but he doesn't really talk. Like, he doesn't start talking first. Like, you gotta talk to him first, but then he'll be locked in for the conversation. He won't try to scooch away or nothing like that. But yeah, he had a fun time. We had a fun time, at the fair, So yeah. But anyway, work yesterday, it was actually a good day. Jeannie kind of fucked it up at the end, but, it was a good day. It was a good day for the most part. I told the managers, let's make this week a good week, But Dave has been putting in word for me to the managers that I am a good worker, and I mean well, and I do well, and that's all I can do. Just find some other, or until I find some other work, just, like Dave said, he's making credit where credit is due, but these managers are, janky little people, from what other people have been telling me. But I don't care. I don't care if the managers like me or not. I just don't want to get in trouble for anyone's bullshit. I don't want to get fired for anyone's bullshit, someone's negligence. I don't want no one breathing down my neck for anyone's bullshit. Unless I knowingly know something is wrong, then that's different. Like with the wet floor signs again. You got to check that story out. Basically, again, we didn't put wet floor signs in a room, and we got in trouble for that. Which, that was a valid, actual reason to call us in the office. So, just making sure I got everything I do. So, I got a belt. I've been known to forget something. I got my water, got my food, got my casual shit, my shirt. I got everything. I got everything. So anyway, But yeah, so I told the managers, let's just have a good week this week. Let's just get her done, get it going. And I guess it's some kind of housekeeper appreciation week, which, wow, that's a thing. I didn't actually know that. So we're getting free food every week, which is awesome, honestly. We're getting free, or not every week, every day of the week. So yesterday we had a free donut, which I'm glad it was just one, because I didn't want to take more than I needed. And coffee, but first of all, their coffee sucks. It's just simple coffee and creamer, but they had fruit punches and shit like that, Welch's fruit punches. So I was like, gee, yeah, Amazon had fucking bomb coffee. That place had, that warehouse in Sumner had a bomb coffee machine. They have bomb coffee machines, man. Their lattes are so good. They're small. They don't fill the cup, which is fine. But man, their lattes are so damn good. Amazon, that warehouse in Sumner had some badass coffee machines, man. They sure did. But at HBF 5 or whatever it was called, the one across the street from the warehouse that I worked, where I was for like 2 weeks, their coffee machine wasn't that good. Theirs really sucked. Theirs was not that good. So, but yeah, we got through yesterday. We had a good day for most of the day. Jeannie was pissing people off as usual, of course, but we got through it. She wasn't supposed to be there yesterday, but she was, because she has something going on today. And obviously we're not working with her tomorrow either, because it's only Tuesday and Thursday we're working with her. But when I saw her yesterday, I was just like, what the fuck is she doing here? Like, really? I was just like, no, get out of here, But yeah, that girl's a hassle to work with, man. Like, how can you be 55? Not all older people are stupid, but there's a lot of older people that are fucking stupid. No offense to most whoever's watching who has actual brain cells, but there are some fucking older people who are stuck on stupid. Jeannie, man, that girl is fucking stuck on stupid. So, first of all, she's constantly giving people attitude all day and just hounding people asking people to do things. It's just like, you do it. You know what I mean? Stop asking people. You do it. You know what I mean? You jump onto something. Right? So then, at the end of the day, this actually happened last week. So, how to make a story with a mop bucket sound freaking just out of pocket, man, right? A mop head, a mop bucket, right? So we have this old metal mop bucket. It's old. It's an old, ancient-ass fucking metal bucket with a metal, it's not like the newer buckets with the plastic. It's not a plastic bin bucket with a plastic, the thing you squeeze the mop out, right? So, we're there, and last week, because Kyle had to leave early that day, I think it was last Thursday. Kyle had to leave early. It was last Thursday. Kyle had to leave early at like 12:30. And when Jeannie was mopping the floor, it was just Jeannie and me because Dave already left. Jeannie was like, PJ, can you help me? Can you, with her annoying ass, like, can you help me? Can you help me, PJ? Tone, like, can you help me, PJ? Type of mood. Oh, crap, I was supposed to go right, but oh well. I haven't gone this way in a while anyway, so I might as well. No, I did. Yesterday, I think. I did go this way yesterday. So, anyway, so I was like, what did you do? She was like, oh, I I think I broke the map. How she has that accent. I think I broke the map. So I was like, okay, let me look at it. And the thing, that compresses the mop in so it can stay in place would not scroll down. You have to scroll this little notch to scroll the thing down to compress the mop so the mop would stay, right? So then you can move it around. So I said, shit, I think you might have broken it. And she was like, oh, man, and all that stuff. She sounds like fucking Swiper. Oh, man. It's funny. And her accent cracks me the fuck up sometimes. She's not trying to be funny, but, it cracks me the fuck up with some of the stuff she says, right? Even though she's not meaning to be bad. But when she's like, oh, man, it's just the funniest thing. It's the funniest fucking thing, So, I told her, I kept screwing it, and then I finally got it to work, and you just need to screw it a bit. So I told her, what did you do to do that? And she was like, oh, I she twists the hell out of it, and then she compresses it. But majority of the time, she doesn't even compress it. She just twists it and pushes it down and goes. But she twisted it to all the way, and then she compressed it. And I was like, that's why it keeps breaking, because you're putting so much pressure on all this stuff. You're putting pressure on the mop bucket. You're already at risk of breaking the mop bucket. And I wasn't chewing her out. I was being nice about it. I was just like, you're gonna break this shit if you do that. And she was like, oh, okay, no big deal. Just she was cool about it at first. So then, back to today, she did the same damn thing. She did the same damn thing with the mop bucket. She twisted it all the way to hell, and then she fucking she fucking squeezed it after twisting it all the way up, twirling it, and then she squeezed it. And they told her, you're gonna break it if you keep doing that, but I was nice about it. I wasn't mean about it. I was being nice about it. I was like, you're gonna break it if you keep doing that. I showed you that last time. And she was like, oh, yeah, no, you're right. Or, yeah, however she said it, right? So then I told Kyle not long after to kind of keep an eye on that, just in case, because I told him, I'm like, she's going to break it if she keeps doing that, And he told me, I guess, that she said that I was trying to be the boss. And Kyle was like, he's not trying to be the boss. He's trying not to get our stuff broken. I got pissed after that. I was just like, this fucking bitch, man. So much for helping, you know what I mean? Like she thinks helping someone is fucking trying to take control and backstab and all this crap. I was pissed. That's what I told Kyle. It's like, this fucking bitch, man. She just really fucking is getting on my nerves. I'm just trying to help her, and somehow I'm trying to be the lead. Like, Kyle explained to her, he's just trying not to have our stuff broken so we don't get in trouble, Jeannie. But somehow her mind is warped that I'm trying to take control. So I was nice the rest of the day, and I was just fucking with her the rest of the day. I was just like, when she squeezed it, I was like, yeah, she only twisted it once, which is not bad. You just don't want to twist it all the way and then squeeze them up. Twisting it once is not going to kill it. And I said, yes, just out of nowhere. And everyone looked up at me. And I was like, yeah, see, twisting it once is not bad. But if you twist it all the way, you're at risk of breaking everything. And I've been cleaning a lot longer than you, girl. Just because you were here longer than me doesn't mean you fucking clean longer than I did. And you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've been cleaning a lot longer, girly. Jeannie, I've been cleaning a lot longer than you. Not that I'm proud of that, because I'm trying to get out of cleaning, but, I mean, it's what it is, you know. So, but yeah, you know, like you know, you may have been there longer, you know, because she'll make snarky remarks about us learning from her how to clean. I'm like, I've cleaned way longer than you. I know how to clean. That's what I told her. I was like, I know how to clean. I don't need to learn anything from you. I told her that. I told Jeannie that. Because back when Jeannie was doing both of the bathrooms in the first room for like a couple weeks or so, I don't know how long it was, she told Chong is the little Chinese lady that works there. I don't really like her either. I mean, it's not about liking people. Work is not about liking people. But she's a very rude little Chinese lady. She's a very rude, not a mean lady, but she's rude. She's not nice. She's not a nice lady, but she's not mean. Like, you tell her, you know, good morning, Chong, she'll be like, not a good morning. Like, well, fuck you then. Who asked if it was not a good morning? I'm telling you good morning. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that to her. That's just what she said to Kyle. She was like, not a good morning. I was just like, don't fucking spread it, bitch. Just say good morning back and move on with your day. You know, don't spread it, you bitch. Just good morning, Kyle, and just go on with your day. If you're having a bad day, no one gives a shit that you're having a bad day, you know? And I know no one gives a shit that I have a bad day, but I try to make it funny. That's the point. I try to make it funny, or, you know, just keeping up with life. You know, it's not ranting and gossiping and making enemies about people. It's just, you know, I mean, the Charlie Kirk video, I was pissed off. That one I was really pissed off. And I want to thank everyone for the, actually, I'm going to end it here so then I could do a part 2.